averaging 2.4 points and got you off to a good start and just played a tremendous game.
Right.
He set the tempo. The others joined the fray. But let's talk about his, just
Right.
really, really stepped up as you would ask a next man up to step up.
Well, I thought he was pretty good. I thought he brought us some energy. Was able to make some plays, got in transition a couple times. Obviously, knocked down that three. But you have to be ready. When you get those opportunities, and sometimes, it happens through injury, and obviously in Vince's case, and he made some plays and did some really good things for us. And hopefully he can build on it. Hopefully Basil can build on this, and there'll be more games like that.
Ray seemed pretty upset with the way the game ended. What went wrong there at the end, and what does it say about where your team is right now that they can come off after a win and
Right.
be upset?
Well, I think, Ray's been, through a lot, and he gets 10 rebounds again, which is great. He's really grown as a leader for us. I didn't think he was, I didn't think him and Octius did a very good job leading us at the end of the game. You have to have a calming presence when people pick up the press. You got to make simple plays. I thought in that 3:30 mark, Ray had tried to attack and he throws the ball away, then he misses a layup. And that really kind of set the tone for how we played the remainder of the game. And, we just got out of sorts. And you just got to be simple and take care of the basketball. Then you miss free throws, and it really compounds, your mistakes. And, you never like finishing the game that way. Obviously, you don't lose the game, and you're still able to pull out the victory. But it puts you in a way as a competitor that you don't feel good about it. And so hopefully we can learn from it and be better. That's what you try to do, as a coach. That's what you try to do as a player.
Matt, can you expound on what the status is for Vince?
Yeah.
What exactly is wrong, and how long you
Yeah,
think
he
this
still
could-
has the symptoms of, he has a headache, he has some lightheaded, some dizziness. And so until that is clear, he can't, obviously take the test for the concussion. So he still hasn't taken the test at this point. And so we'll try again tomorrow morning, and if everything's clear, then he'll take it, and then we'll go from there. He got elbowed by AJ in a free throw blockout drill.
Coach, you shot about 10% better than the season average,
Right.
and especially in the first half, ball really seemed to be moving well.
Right.
What exactly from your end did you see that you really liked offensively tonight?
Well, anytime we were able to go small and get out, when we really move the ball well, and we put 5 guards out there, and that really helps us, move the basketball. And I think it's good. It's good to be able to have to play a different way. And those guys have done a good job of staying out of foul trouble. The game got called a little bit differently tonight than it's been called the whole year, and we didn't do a good job adjusting. And we have to do a better job of those guys staying out of foul trouble. But I thought we did a good job moving the basketball in the first half and doing some good things on the offensive end. It was good to see us, make some threes. Then we struggle from the three-point line. So it's kind of flip-flop from our last game. We make our free throws in the last game, but we don't shoot well from beyond the arc. So we're constantly trying to look to get that complete game.
Matt, Coach Katie used to say milestones are, they just happen because you're old.
Mm-hmm.
But tonight you got your 100th Big Ten victory. You join a group of only 20 men that have ever done that. Again, you'll say you have had good players, but
Right.
what, to you, to do it in 10 years to get to this level, what
Right.
do you take any
No.
significance away from this?
You know what you take from it? You want to go to the NCAA tournament. That's what, there's a lot of guys in our locker room that haven't been to the NCAA tournament. And so each, win that you can get it, it obviously helps you. And so that's what you're trying to do. That's a big thing. Those things mean a lot because especially those guys that are there like John Octius, we have to win for him. We have to win for A.J. Hammonds and Rayfield Davis. You have to win for your upperclassmen. And we don't ever get that many seniors anymore because of the way college basketball is. So we got to throw the juniors in there. But, A.J. and, Ray, they've sacrificed a lot. And they've proven that they're a big part of our solution. And so, we just got to keep fighting and trying to get as many wins as we can get to the tournament. So that part means a lot. So anytime you can get, double-digit victories in the Big Ten and keep advancing, you obviously increase your chances of getting in the tournament. That's really important.
When you said the game was called the way it hadn't been all year, do you mean that in relation to the post guys, and is that what was leading?
Say that again.
You said the game had been called in a way it hadn't been called all year.
Yes.
And that was in relation to the post guys
Yes.
and the frustration they were having with
Yeah.
the fouls.
Yeah, I thought, think about, Hammonds and Haas being in foul trouble in the same game. When's the last time that's happened? You might have to go back to November, December, for a game like that. I thought some things, the way they got called were just a little bit different. They called it a little bit closer than they've called it before. But we'll go back and watch the film and, with those guys and learn from it, And if they're calling a little bit closer, adjust. I'm not putting it on the officials. I'm putting it on those guys. You have to adjust. And sometimes it's circumstantial and you can't get out of the way and things happen. But most of the time, they're things you can control.
Coach, your team gave up 11 offensive rebounds, and typically you guys are a pretty good rebounding team.
Right.
Did you see anything tonight that gave you any cause for concern? I mean, nothing major, but is there anything that you saw?
I
that
just
didn't
thought we
like?
had some missed assignments, especially early. A lot of times when it's away from me, I can't see it as well. But you can see things developing in terms of who has to help. And, I thought they broke us down off the dribble more than anything. And anytime you have to help and they shoot the basketball while you have guys helping, you're not in good rebound position. And we got put in that position a lot. But I thought it started with our inability to contain them. And they were getting biased, and then those guys come over. And, if you really want to look at it, that's how a lot of fouls will happen too, is that they get past your initial line of defense, and they get into the paint, and then you're trying to protect the paint, and then you get, silly fouls.
Matt, and you kind of addressed this a little bit, the press they put on you, the pressure they put on you at the end, you guys struggled a little bit. You'll be facing an Ohio State team that I'm sure will press far greater than that. How concerning is that, and maybe is that kind of a lesson to be learned in preparation for what you're going to be facing on Sunday?
Well, yeah, you go back and watch, and I just thought our guys, just got rattled a little bit. I don't think it was anything they were doing. They just got rattled and didn't take care of the basketball. But there's no question, anytime you struggle with something, you expect your next opponent to really go after you and try to, press you in the same manner, to try to force some turnovers. But, hopefully we can do a better job of handling it against Ohio State.
Another Ohio State question. They're a different team than the first time you played them. Loving will play, and like Tate had, I think, 21 points tonight, and has really.
Who had
Tate had 21 tonight. It seems like he's really been playing well these last couple of weeks.
Mhm.
Just how different of a team do you think you're going to face than what you saw 2-3 weeks ago?
Well, obviously the venue's different. Anytime you play somebody on the road, it's going to be more difficult, and we have to do a good job of taking care of the basketball. Have to do a good job of taking good shots, I think, to go against them. You really have to limit some fast break opportunities. I thought we were good in that area against Indiana, and we didn't. Whenever they got into the open court, they're tough to stop. And I think Ohio State at home, if you look at how many points they score at home versus on the road, they're obviously more dangerous. And it starts with us taking care of the basketball and taking good shots to limit those opportunities. And then, then being able to, like I talked about, keeping the dribble in front of us. If we can keep the dribble in front of us, now you don't have to help as much. Then it's easier to rebound. But they have good players. They have good athletes. Obviously, D'Angelo Russell's a great player. Tate's a tough matchup. Bates Diop is a kid that's really improved, kind of, with Loving being out, now Loving coming back. Where he's really taken that opportunity and played well. But Shannon Scott is a great defender. Sam Thompson's a great defender. They have good size in the middle. So they have a good team. They're an NCAA tournament team, in my opinion. And, we got to do a better job, I think, of handling their pressure. I thought they got after us, not really in the full court last time. I thought they got after us in the half court. We're going to have to do a better job of just handling that initial pressure and then being able to move the basketball and make plays. All right, thank you.